in a very nasty marriage. But it's not just the spectacle that's making the pit of dread in my stomach expand. It's the prospect of having to go home again, a place I fled over 20 years ago, after I lost her, Mom. I've returned only the one time from my father's funeral. All eyes were on me the entire day to see if I would shatter. I'm the fragile one, the potentially unstable one, just like her mother, they shout whispered. And also, I'm the only one who believes my mother was murdered, that she didn't die by her own hand. I've put acres of Auburn desert land between me and East Texas, moving as far west as I could without plunging into the Pacific. But every so often, especially for events like these, East Texas tugs at me, threatening to yank me back to its pine-soaked atmosphere and engulf me. Just reading the invitation has landed me in bed for virtually the entire weekend, especially because of the venue. The farm, the last place anyone saw her alive. She wandered into the woods. She'd been having one of her spells, they said. Sadie, always quick to tears, hysterical. They glanced up from the bonfire and saw the shock of her platinum hair, her russet-colored fox fur coat, before she slipped into the forest. Now I'm up, pacing the thinly carpeted length of my 600-square-foot apartment in the Hollywood Hills. I make a pass by the invitation, wanting to snatch it and shred it into tiny pieces. But instead, I continue on into the galley kitchen, where I open the fridge and drag out a paper carton of pad thai. I eat it cold from the container as I lean against the counter. When I opened the mail on Friday evening after work, and my cell started exploding with the group texts from my childhood friends, Genevieve being more frenemy than friend, I ordered 4 servings of pad thai and 3 bowls of coconut and mushroom soup, knowing I'd be moored at home for days. I sat, parked at my tiny cafe table, staring at the invitation, swirling the steaming noodles around on a plate, forcing myself to eat small forkfuls. And I texted Jack. Jack Sherman, my childhood best friend and former crush. We were each other's first kiss, 4 years old and zipped up inside his Incredible Hulk sleeping bag. An odd kiss where our teeth knocked together. We only ever text now to wish each other a happy birthday. His on October 10th, mine August 3rd. And I took this as an excuse to check in. Pathetic, really, since he's been blissfully married for a decade now, and has a real life, unlike me. He's a neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins and has a 3-year-old son. Me. You guys going? Jack. Hi. And hell no. Blushing emoji. A sinking feeling spread over me. Even though I didn't want to return home, the chance of seeing Jack again after all this time cast butterflies across my chest. A few seconds later, the 3 dots started leaping again, letting me know he was writing more. Jack. Why? Are you? Me. Don't know yet. Probably not. Jack. Well, Melanie's going. I told her she could have a girls' weekend, but she's pissed. Wants me there with her. I'm just not really like those guys anymore, you know? And I can't imagine you want to go either. This was the most we had texted in years, and my pulse jangled in my neck, my face flushed from this new contact with him. I could hear his voice across the line as if he were speaking in my ear. That rich, oaky voice, which was never bent with the twang of the region, but always sounded sonorous and kind. And yes, sexy. Also, Jack was the one who came to my side the night they found her. When I was shaking, when I wouldn't let anyone else near me, he asked my father if he could see me. I remember him standing in the doorway to my bedroom, his 15-year-old bulk filling the space. A silhouette of strength leaning against the frame. I was in bed, buried under my floral-printed bedspread, eyes bloated from wailing. He'd been at an out-of-town football game that night a few hours away. He was a second-string running back, usually sitting on the bench. Sports were never his forte. He only played football because the rest of his friends were doing the same. And he told me he'd come as soon as he'd gotten off the bus and heard the news. He crossed